Turn that into my ringtone, man.
I give you the pass, okay, it's chill. It's chill.
No blind people allowed.
Okay, we are streaming now, so that, I'm not even joking. That part was in the stream.
That's literally incredible.
The compilation is getting saved. I didn't expect you to voice your true opinions in this.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
God damn it. Can everyone send me their heights in general?
Vibes.
Oh no.
Not in general, but in general chat.
Yeah, in general chat. But for Chris with a K, yes, your height in general. I guess actually for both Chris's, your height.
Our
in
character
general.
height?
Yes, please.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah, I'm just editing this backdrop image that I have now that we have everyone's character.
To make it easy for Runihara, just make them in full Egyptian regalia.
I am not. This is going to still be a black backdrop. I am not putting that much effort into a skyline.
The most recent message that I sent you on Discord, Lindsay, is Runihara's description that has his physical height in it, and I pinned the message.
No, but it's not directly in front of my face. Come on, I have to click two buttons. I have to click three different buttons to get there.
Oh my god.
I'm with you, Chris, in that I totally forgot Lexos' height. So I'm just like, Maybe you DMs are used to working, but nah, homie. I just want that shit easily accessible.
Chris with a C, are you here?
Maybe.
No.
I'm dropping my fans down. I'm turning this over towards me. I need to start figuring out my mic. Because otherwise the stream is just going to have a lot of fan wind. Let's see.
Short bitches.
Would you say that your ass is quite fat, SJ? Your character, not you, sorry.
SJ, would you say that your ass is fat?
Right?
Yeah. Also, wait, SJ, really quick.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Oh yeah.
Lindsay's fucking like 8 feet tall, by the way, so you know.
I love that.
In real life?
In real life.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's more long than wide.
Okay.
So like not the biggest ass, but a solid ass.
The same thing was said.
This character does not have as much muscle.
Okay.
It's long and wide was my nickname in college.
Long and tall. Long, not wide.
Describing an ass as long is fucking hysterical to me.
Like, you know those people in, like, you know when you're, like, in middle school and you're a tall girl and you get really, really long really quickly, and then, like, everything's just a little over-proportioned? It's like you're stuck there forever.
Okay.
I feel that for some reason I'm not
like,
to you just having a shit.
Nah, like a Barbie doll, but it doesn't feel right.
I thought you had like a
do my
shelf
best.
one ass. You have a full armrest ass, like outward was my vision.
I don't feel like dirtying myself by touching things I don't need to. No.
Alright,
Probably got
the
blood in
stream
your
is
hair.
going to hear me eating a cookie. Nom nom nom. And then, let's go ahead and do... Go ahead and check that link for me, SJ. Do a test for me.
On it. Can we get a sound check?
Hello? Hello? Everybody talk off.
1, 2, 3.
Test me like you hate me.
Alright,
Everybody.
Alright,
Hang on,
Father.
I'm gonna call it by name. So, Danny, can you talk first?
Cookie. Getting a cookie.
Just keep going.
You know, SJ and Lindsay are probably
Alright, you're all set. Let's go to Jay.
Sorry.
We woo wawa.
Ty, can you turn down Jay's mic like 10%?
My bad.
I got Jay so loud because Jay either is quiet or loud.
Yeah. Ty,
I'm
can you
sorry.
turn Jay down like 10%?
Okay.
I'll try and keep it consistent this time.
Awesome. That's perfect. Chris?
I'm gonna turn you down a little bit more. See.
Chris, can you start talking?
Just
Just say your ABCs.
A B C G H I J K L N O P.
All right, you're good. Lindsay?
Hi, yo, what's up? I'm gonna play a total bitch in this goddamn game, and y'all don't even know it yet. That's
All right,
what I'm
perfect.
saying.
Can we go to CH, Chris?
Hello, this is the Krusty Krab speaking. We sell Krabby Patties and we sell Krabby Patty pizzas. We do not sell soda.
Can you turn
Don't ask
CH Chris up by like 5%?
Oh, I just turned them down. Okay. Up. Go up, Chris.
I don't have any other.
Sorry, my bad. I meant K, Chris.
Oh.
Can you K Chris up just like 5%?
Bingo.
Awesome. Now I'm gonna test my own mic. Everyone else is set. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna talk at this distance from the mic. And now we wait to listen. Okay, I think we're good. Everyone sounds pretty solid. If you're
Okay.
gonna yell, just back up from your mic.
Popping.
Alright, I think sound-wise we all sound good and we're set to go.
All right. Last session, we got to meet our glorious crew of Immortals. The first, I don't remember the order, so I'm not going to go through and remind everyone of the specific order. But we met the police officer, Lexos, goes by he, him, a proud and strong cop who's definitely not a bad guy. Cops are obviously good guys. If you look at social media, you can see clear as day that he supports queer relationships and that take the other one down. Get rid of it. We met the fantastic Runihara, an ancient person or people that has been doing a few so unsavory things, such as ending some lives. We've seen a few scenes of death already at Runihara's hands, but not nearly as many as you would think that we've seen so far. We've also seen the popular and well-loved, definitely not evil, Sijin, who is now occupying a new host, a new body, from what our first body that we had met was. Is Sijin really a person? Or is Sijin a state of mind? Something we'll learn as we go further on in our story. And then we go, of course, to Victor Russ. Name's a little bit sus. He now owns a laser beam that can destroy anyone on the planet. Is that a good thing? Probably not. But we know one thing is that we don't know what he is or who he is, and we have not seen his face. But we do know that he believes in only binary sexuality. 1/0, 1001. And we
There
will.
are 2 numbers.
There's 2 numbers. So we will start session now. As we recall, or our recap now, as we recall as well, amongst meeting those peoples, going to a bar in the same location as their so-called therapy to learn how to be mortals appropriately in public. Our party has learned that there's something out there giving immortality to regular folks. And not just in a healing back from cancer kind of way. Not just from a, oh, I don't get too bad of a cold in the winter anymore kind of way. In an instant regeneration in a fiery display of splendor. That is not going to do too well in public eye. And might get somebody in trouble with the government. Specifically, the Illuminati. So, as we begin session, we zoom over to Runihara and Lexos. Actually, no, it was Runihara and Victor, right? Where you guys were the ones talking about going through and trying to figure out what's happening with this stuff?
Yep.
We zoom over to Runihara and Victor, who have collected, quote-unquote, one of these individuals that is now enhanced with a type of rebirth that is very similar to what we saw in Runihara. Runihara, you just so happen to know of not only a doctor, but a doctor who has shown up to previous sessions and meetings with other immortals in the past. A doctor who might very well be able to help you with different types of pathogens or viruses. Some things of similar ilks. And they're not too far away from where you are right now. As we will go and look at our map. As everybody go to the Important Links channel and click the first link in the channel. Currently, you guys are on an island of Manhattan. You are in Lower Manhattan, over on Grand Street, in a small warehouse, right by the red light, the corner of Mercer and Grand. As you guys are standing at this warehouse, Runihara, you would know that Dr. Mars's office is over on the corner of Green and Grand Street, just about 2 blocks down.
Damn it, I don't know how to navigate New York. I've never been here.
Well, 2 blocks up, I should say.
You're saying like I know where these streets are in the first place. I have to scroll around on this map like, Green Street, Green Streets. Which part of this is Lower Manhattan?
If you zoom in on the map a little bit, it'll let you know, it'll show you like districts. You can see Nolita, Soho, Little Italy. Right next to Little Italy is Lower Manhattan.
See Lower East Side.
Lower East Side, go up and left. Grand Street is right in the middle, and you're gonna go up to Grand and Green.
So many fucking streets. The Grand and Green Street. I think I found it. That's where we are currently, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I have good navigational skills, I swear.
We're
SJ?
really showing our Gen Z here.
What are blind? So I have to.
As you guys go to head over to Grand and Green, possibly, if Runihara leads you there, what is your guys' plan for bringing this hostage with you? You guys are currently standing outside of a burning building right now, with a man trapped in... What did you guys wrap him in again? Chains?
When he reformed, I just dangled a chain where his body was going to be when he reformed. So it's just in him.
Right now, it looks like you've saved a victim from like a horrible accident within the building. So you got that going for you for the moment. But if you continue to occupy him as he becomes conscious, that might change. And you have about 50 seconds until this man's up.
What? Lexos just pulls out a pair of handcuffs, like from the inside of his jacket pocket.
All right.
Oh. I have these for a reason.
You got the cuffs. As you put them on him, you can feel the cold steel as it goes around his wrists, and as you kind of touch him, you're immune to fire, correct or no?
It's resistant.
So you can feel the heat radiating off of him. This man is hot. Not that kind of hot. He's average.
I was gonna say. I have eyes for one bird. I mean,
One bird, man. I mean, man.
I mean,
woman. I mean, man.
bird. I think, yeah, as I slap the manacles on him, for sure, I'm also like, I'm a narc. I'm texting people I know, being like, "Hey, we got a fucking situation."
Oh yeah.
Whoever I feel is the authority in this situation, who maybe could also help us, as far as like, "Hey, we didn't fuck up, covering our ass. We didn't just burn down this spot." He's just making sure he's covering our ass legally.
Absolutely. As you reach and text for your phone, you text the NYPD commissioner. You know that the current NYPD commissioner is Commissioner James Jerl, spelled JamsJerl. He specifically joined the force around the same time as you. Obviously, you're much older than him, but in physical appearance, you guys share similar qualities. You guys aged together, went through the force together. You decided to stay in your position while he kind of went up the ladder. He has always seen you as a true and honest officer, trying to uphold the law as best as you can. You know for a fact that he is incredibly corrupt. That he takes bribes from anyone and everybody, unless it would put him in a position where he would get in trouble. He has ratted out and gotten many officers fired, many of them being co-workers with you. He does like you, but you know that your relationship is completely situational. If there ever comes a day where he needs to throw you under the bus, he would.
Damn, opportunistic motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's also one of the few people on the force, in the higher ups and the lowers, like in your position, that is not a devil.
Oh, weird. Okay, this shows not a devil. Is he? Do I know him to be some other kind of immortal? Is he just like just a human piece of shit?
He's just a human.
All right.
As you're sending off these messages, the fire department will show up and begin handling the fire. People are gathering. So what are you guys doing?
I am curious about something. Does a devil align with what I can, be?
How so?
Like, you know what? You know the stipulations on what I can become.
Let's go take a peek.
Yeah. It just depends on what you rule the devils to be.
Oh, these ones are not specifically in any category of leadership above them under the sins.
Okay.
So, and you can vocalize what you are. The party knows.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, you don't know if Jay works for one of the sins, but these are all just minion devils that really don't have a specific genre of devil, I guess is the best way to put it. They might work under a more wrathful devil, but they're not working for wrath.
Okay. Cool.
So, you are able to be this double body. I will say, there are some negative effects that you are noticing as you stay within this corpse. Your true max HP, like your little wiggly body's max HP, each day, your max HP is going to be reducing by 1.
Oh, I don't like this.
The creature is trying to burn you out of it.
I see.
A devil is not a perfect host. It is humanoid, but its body is more magical and is going to be a bit more difficult for you to sustain control over. If you reach like 0 max HP while you stay on this devil, you will have to regenerate at a new spot, like regenerate with one of the sins. So essentially from your primordial ooze, and no longer have this form or the devil's form.
Okay.
Which we can talk about those connotations later. But I'm assuming you might just hop out of this cop fairly soon, anyways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And find a new host body. As a reminder, you retain your stats unless the creature is stronger than you. Any stats that are higher, you adapt.
Cool. And this is a chain devil, right?
Yep, and your mental stats, though, are always the same. They don't ever change. Your mental stats retain your mental stats.
Cooly pooly.
So, it has not been a full day, so you have not experienced that you're being burned out yet, so you don't have that full realization yet. But, as we return to the scene, Victor, Russ, and Runihara, what are the two of you doing while Sijin's kind of like trying out their new body, and Lexos is using their phone pretty consistently right now?
And this guy's just the guy that we have in the chain is just unconscious right now, and looks like everybody else is handling them. Sorry, I got very distracted by the fact that there is fucking Dragon Ball Z music playing right now.
I love this song.
Runihara, with the information that that he has, is going to just kind of this. What do I know about this doctor? Aside from they're a doctor and that they've been to some meetings.
Hey, Ashday. Ashday here?
Yeah, I'm happy to provide context.
Yeah, why don't you give your itinerary for Chris?
Is this doctor?
I believe you would potentially know me well, since we could have a mutually beneficial relationship where you like killing and I like bodies. You probably know of me as Dr. Mars, as is what I go by, but I don't know if you would know what I am.
That's fair. Runihara probably wouldn't concern himself too much with that regardless.
We may know each other for a few years, or rather recently. However, I presented myself on the scene maybe when I seemed to be in about my mid-20s. I'm now in my mid-30s, seemingly, so.
Alright, I am going to grab the unconscious man by the chains, and I'm going to turn over looking at Victor and say, you'll be able to control technology and do whatever you want with that, right?
What? Sorry, I was Googling something.
Real.
Kind of, sure, maybe. What technology do you want?
The traffic lights. Do you think you'll be able to control the traffic and sort of get...
Oh, yeah, that was day one things, yes. I'll cast Synchronicity, and from now on, everything is just going to go pretty much our way in the city, so traffic lights will always be green for us, and turn red, like, when people are chasing us. Crosswalks will instantly, like, tell us to cross, and, yeah. Our path will be very clear.
I like that you said that lights will turn red for you, with the implication that they'll stop for the red lights, in my mind as well. Right? Like, they'll like, oh, wait, guys, we gotta follow the rules of the road.
I imagined as every, like, other thing, so it's just a constant yellow as you're just, like, pushing 80, and everyone else is screaming like, "Come on, hey!"
It's a red
I'm going to go up to this this van that is on the map here, and I'm going to throw the unconscious man into that van, and I'm going to step inside into the driver's seat. Are the keys in there or anything?
Is this just like an NPC van, or is this one of the players' vans?
I'm looking at the map on Roll20. There's a van where we are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As you hop
Fucking
in,
incredible.
you can see there is what looks to be like a 15, 16-year-old is currently sitting in the middle back seat. They have their tablet kind of in their hands. They look up at you and they kind of tilt their head up and they just go, "Are you robbing us?"
I just roll my eyes with the disgruntled sigh, pull out my gun, and I just shoot the child.
I will kill you. I will find a fucking.
I have to say, I have never had a more flabbergasted look on my face in my life.
I was
laughed
thinking, why
so
would you
hard.
say 17-year-old? Because now we have to change the rating on this. Now it's an underage.
New content warnings, y'all.
New content warnings. That was an 18-year-old for that purpose.
That's fair.
Accidentally.
Edit the video, edit it out, edit it out. All right.
Look up
Rooney
the
Hara,
new content warnings just for.
There is an adult 18-year-old man sitting in the back seat. His pants don't fully fit his legs, and he's got an iPad that is not bluey. It is in fact the weather report.
This dude sucks.
Do you have the same response?
Yes, it's more that this person is an inconvenience to be stealing this car.
Absolutely.
And if the kid's checking the weather, you know that means they have cellular on their iPad. So this is a total iPad adult.
Wait, hold on. If it was a kid, right? Whoa. Let's just go down the rabbit hole of what implications. Because he was sitting in a van at a bar, which means his parents were in the bar drinking, and they left him locked in the car while they went to go drink.
Oh lord.
I actually think it's funny if it's their adult yet underage of drinking kid.
Yeah,
I think that's even funnier.
If the parents were in the bar's on fire, and everybody's dead in the bar, that means he's an orphan. Nobody's gonna miss him anyway. So
anyway,
just save him the grief.
As you're about ready to start,
18-year-old orphan.
an 18-year-old orphan who is not a 16 to 17-year-old. You looked at him and he looked younger in a mirror. That sounds horrible. Never mind. Ignore I said that. So you get in the vehicle. As soon as Victor Russ comes over and starts to get in, you will watch as the car just happens to start, as synchronicity will already work itself into play.
I like to believe Lexus is just taking a. I'm going to choose to believe Lexus is taking a call in a nearby alley, just away from the scene. So I have to justify why I don't immediately try and kill you.
Sijin, would you like to take this as an opportunity for a new body?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
God, it's the perfect crime.
I imagine that Sijin is watching this fucking go down. It's well, this is a great distraction to just do what I want to do. And as this mass of tendrils slurps its way out of these pinpoint wounds on the back of this devil's back, it mounces together and then lurches toward the new host.
Oh.
As the tendrils leave the devil, you will watch as its body falls down, and you'll see as the sentience returns somewhat for a moment. It's not really sentience, it's more like the last moments of a dying animal. As you'll see as the devil's eyes open and red light beams from them, as you hear this "Ow!" sounds kind of like echo out from their body as they turn to hot ash and dust and disappear. Lexos, you will see this as you come back from the alleyway. The devil's corpse. The devil's corpse deteriorates and returns to hell. You are able to summon that devil again. They're no longer under Lindsay's control.
Poppin'. I just kind of nod as I think, like, yeah, devil. The game did its job. Left. Good. And I like to believe, like, I'm in the middle, like, I'm across the street. I come out from, like, leaning against an alley wall or whatever. I see my devil drop. I do not see what is fucking happening. And then, like, as I turn around towards, like, the front of the car, fucking Lindsay's already slurped up this kid. I'm just like...
You're not a kid.
This
Adult
grown
orphan.
man, adult.
Adult
Adult.
orphan. Adult
Not
orphan.
This is adult orphan. This high school graduate, maybe.
You do have access to your social media again, though, Sijin.
Thank God.
We got a tablet.
I like to believe I just blink as I see fucking Sijin's gross, muscly mass thing attached to a new person, and I just kind of blink. I don't know what to do with this. Do you still look like a murdered 18-year-old?
Yes. However, her form is slowly beginning to change as she's beginning to look as she presented when you all first met. The hair is turning green. The clothing is even changing.
Lexos just, like, watches this slowly happen and just, like, takes a hand, drags it all the way down his face.
Oh.
God, Robin.
As you are in this disgruntled state, Lexos, the van with the engine turned backs up, rams into you, and then immediately the tires screeching drives out of the alleyway.
I like to believe what the rest of this trip is just me fucking hooked onto your bumper, Indiana Jones style, just dragging me through the streets. I'm hand over head, and now you've called murder, and we're just gonna fight the entire way there. You drew first blood, motherfucker.
As you guys are driving chaotically, attempting to go literally one block, you could have walked that distance.
I'm gonna drag a corpse through the street.
To a doctor's office.
Good at lying.
I'm just like, we get there and the windshield is punched in, and I'm just like diving in between broken glass to strangle Runiara.
As this is happening, and you guys are going down, we're gonna cut over for a moment to your conversation over the phone, Lexos.
Cool.
As you walk aside while everyone else is getting ready, planning what's going to happen next, getting into this van, you flip open your phone. As soon as you send a message to your commissioner, you're going to get a phone call. You can see over the phone it is him giving you a call back. He's not super adept in texting. He doesn't love to text. He'd rather just call you and hear what the fuck's going on. As he calls us. All right, Lexos, what's going on?
Quick above game question for you. So this guy's not of our world. Does that mean I have to keep it pretty tight-lipped around this guy when it comes to our goings on?
Yeah, again, he thinks that you're all up and up, and you know he's corrupt.
Okay. I think as I pick up the call, I'm just like, so much. Just wanted you to know.
Yeah, your position right now kind of really sucks because
sucks.
Everyone else above him is going to be devils up to a certain point. So you're like, he's your middleman that you have to deal with.
God, alright, cool. Well, at least I know now that there's like higher above him and...
Yeah, like the mayor is a devil.
Real as fuck.
Goes all the way to the top, baby.
Satire.
Man ain't shit to me. But I will say, I think like what's the name of the bar that just burned down? Do we have a name?
Yep. I'm getting to it.
Vibes. Quick at giving me time to make up a fucking alibi. Appreciate you.
I don't remember where I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually named it, no, because it's just in the same building. We'll call it the Broken Glass Bar.
Probably answer the call and it's like, what's the name? Gerald?
Yep.
Hey, Gerald. Just wanted to let you know.
It's
that
Commissioner Drill.
Commissioner Drill, excuse me. Just wanted to let you know. I was down by the Broken Glass. Some real rough folk. Cousins that burned down
the one over on Grand Street?
The one over on Grand Street, yep.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah?
No, it's fine. Wait, what am I doing? Excuse me, I hate to get you off. It's a little bit of an ugly situation here. I want to let you know, some rough-looking characters came in. Long story short, the place is up in flames. Department's here now. We're taking in one for custody. The others, as I think, got caught up in their own flames.
Good. As long as it's not another citizen's arrest situation, it should be fine.
Yeah. Well, just like to keep you abreast of the situation. Like I said, should have answers for you.
Love me a good
Hopefully
rest.
I like that he says, just as long as it's not another citizen's arrest situation, and then the camera pans over to the guy with the chain in his chest, fucking waking up as I pistol whip him back into unconsciousness.
Yeah, see, my mind went to times where I was just like, "Excuse me, sir, just see you jaywalking?" And I just grab a guy in a fucking headlock. Anyway.
All right, Lexus, we'll send a few people down to the stream. Just take care of that.
Yeah.
If I'll bring him back here. Do you need to go to the hospital?
What do you say?
Does he need to go to the hospital?
Yeah, he does. Took quite a beating. It was a rough situation.
All right. Take care of it. I'll see you here in a little bit. We'll send a few of the force down.
All right. I'll take care of it. Click. Turn, and that's when I fucking get ran over to bumper, and we travel a block in absolute chaos.
You sideways roll. You reach one hand up as you just get bounced under the car. One hand grabs onto the back a bumper. You pull yourself up on top of the windshield. You punch down into it, shattering the glass. As you're up on the top, you'll see a confused and blinded Mothman just going, I don't know where I'm going. And you'll see him fly up past you and smack right into a city lamp. Careen down to the ground.
Nice. I like to believe when Rooney Hara enacts violence, it fucking Lexus just goes animal mode.
It's pure primal response.
Absolutely instinct to just kill. But
I mean, I'm busy driving. I didn't even think that you got into the car. Well, I guess I would have heard the window shatter.
You ran me over, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Actually, it's the stop, Runihara, when you watch as Lexus careens off of the car onto the pavement and just rolls and tumbles. It's when you realize fully that he was on the roof.
I imagine Sijin watches this happen. She kind of goes, and then she takes a picture with her iPad.
Picture is of a fucking bloody cop hanging upside down in front of the windshield.
And it says, when pigs can fly.
Awesome.
As he's on the windshield, I turn on the windshield wipers with the windshield wiper fluid spraying out onto his face. And you just see like my little shit-eating grin through the windshield as like the wipers are slapping you.
Water's mixing with blood as I snap a windshield wiper off, and I'm just stabbing you through the chest with it. Utter chaos.
As you guys eventually settle yourselves a little bit, realizing that this victim is eventually going to start regenerating again. You guys just keep knocking him out because you're going to eventually kill him. You are standing on a side of Dr. Mars' office. In the window, you can see a cacophony of different images, postings, papers, and one very large succulent tree just growing in behind the glass. It's a very small office. The entrance itself occupies most of like the design and positioning of like the entire front of the building. It's tucked into what looks like a building that's an assortment of different businesses. Not really an outlet mall exactly, but kind of like you can walk inside and access different offices and rooms. It just so happens that Dr. Mars has one that's actually connected to the front. As you guys kind of gather up the corpse and begin to head into the door, as you step inside, currently the office is quite empty. The only person in there seems to be an employee, perhaps somebody who works here, that's kind of going through cleaning up the glass, taking care of everything inside. They don't really generally look at you guys directly at first, but once you guys come in all the way, you'll watch as they turn their gaze to look at you, and you will see emptiness behind their eyes. Devoid of all focus, attention, or cohesive thought. Just this empty stare.
Seeing that, it's clear that they're not going to like do or say anything about the fact that I'm currently dragging somebody inside with a chain on their chest, right?
They don't even respond that you guys are here. They really just kind of look at the movement.
I'm going to go over to the door that leads to the different doctors' rooms, and I'm just going to like start pounding my fist on it and saying, Doc! Doc, you in here, Doc!
As you say that, you will see as entering in out from their office, you will see Dr. Mars. Dr. Bees! Go ahead and describe your character, SJ.
You see roughly a 6 foot tall, pale, human female, appears to be in about her mid-30s. A shaved dark, like a shaved head with black hair. A face lined with freckles that are a very stark contrast. And her eyes are kind of like an oil slick, where straight on they look as if they're blue, but from the side you can almost see a deep purple like the rim of a wine glass. She walks forward dressed with a kind of like a gray sweater with like a white like doctor's coat over it. And I have a clipboard in my hands, and I look up. I look at the body. I look back at the group. And I look at my employee, and I gesture to them to begin to clean up the blood and viscera that has clearly trailed in. And I will look and say, well, well, well. You drag another mess for me to clean up to my doorstep?
Less a mess for you to clean up and more problem to be solved. Mind if I drag you to a
Oh, well,
room?
that makes it more interesting. Yes, yes, come in. Close the doors, then I'm gonna follow you.
I'm going to look over at Victor because that was his responsibility to keep track of with synchronicity.
I will say, to correct you a little bit, SJ, there is no blood or viscera from this man. anything that like peels off of him or like comes off of him turns to ash almost instantly.
It's the piss and shit for him soiling himself.
The only person covered in blood and viscera is Lexos, and it's his own.
What are you banging on the door? Lexus is just like taking a seat in the lobby area, just like with his face in his hands. He's covered in blood and shit, just broken glass.
Sitting next to him is Victor, who's right next to the water cooler, just kind of like leaning away from you while it looks like they're kind of handling things on their phone.
So this is like fucking reaching past fucking Victor to the water cooler, downing just cup after cup of water, getting blood and glass on Victor in the process.
Most of the water getting on. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, I think that for the first time in about 5 years, seeing Lexos in this much discomfort really makes Mars smile.
Nobody likes a cop.
For the first time in 20 years.
Jay, prepare to be unloved for the first time in 20 years.
I know, I had to play against type, baby.
In this game, we don't love you. Just your love is conditional here.
Bully the shit out of me. Put the fucking no blindies sign right outside.
Ty does not condone these messages.
That's what I thought.
Ty and Ty Corp do not approve of these messages.
Jay, as like Lex is kind of like leaning over Victor and like kind of just bleeding all over him, they don't seem to really mind until like a big drop of blood just kind of splatters onto like their phone. They'll like give you a sideways glance, and then you'll see like their whole body kind of like glitch out for a second, and then all the blood will be kind of off and gone from them.
What?
As their appearance just kind of shifts back to how it was originally.
The thought that your dead mouse mask can give me like a side eye is more terrifying than anything.
It's specifically like the big anime face where they make the really creepy side eye stare at you.
But it's like, like the pixel kind of like shifts to the side, kind of looking at you.
When Mars does to come in, I like to believe that's when fucking Mars, Lexo sees Mars for the first time, and again is just like, just getting more water. What the fuck is becoming my day? Jesus Christ, just one more day on the show.
Become of my day. And I turn and go into my office, beckoning for y'all to follow.
In the office, Runihara has already just almost nonchalantly tossed the body of this individual onto one of the what do they call it? The things that you sit on when you're at the doctor? Yeah, one of the gurneys in your office. Like that. And you can see Runihara is just kind of like hands in his little booty shortcut Daisy Duke pockets, and is just like walking back and forth, sort of staring at it, at the body of this person. And as they start to wake up, he just like grabs his gun, pistol whips them in the face one more time.
I assume I would have some kind of clamps or restraints on in my room for a situation with a combative patient.
Absolutely.
I think I would kind of push the body down and clamp on the wrists and on the ankles. And do I have a defibrillator?
Mm-hmm.
Would you think potentially?
I'd imagine so.
You wouldn't have a defibrillator, but you would have an old electrotherapy machine that you have just as like a history to brain study kind of thing. But really, it was a machine you utilized in the 20s. It's just now jokingly on display as like yes, there's lobotomy tools, there's ice picks, there's like a little bit of everything that can be used for brain dissection that you have, like, kind of just in the room, where most actors have, like, here's a little tooth for Toothy the Tooth Boy, like, to make kids feel comfortable. You remind them of the dark past of brain surgery.
I think above my, like, I think I have a shelf, and on the very top is an old dark plague mask, and that is in a glass case. And other than that, I think there's just a bunch of scalpels, like, framed on the walls. I think I will take this, move it over, and I think I would keep these things in condition as a unwell and not great person. And I think I would stick this and hook it up to this person. And I would look at Runihara and say, when the patient begins to move, would you mind hitting this button for me?
Looking at what the button is attached to, it's like the electrical stuff, right?
Yeah, it's all hooked up to his skull and his head.
Runihara just like gives a little smirk and like puts their hand into a fist and just hovers it over the button, ready to slam it down at any moment, and says, gladly.
Well, it's
Now, this
fragile. Just press it. Don't slam it. Careful. That's from years ago.
And he rolls his eyes and just like puts one thumb over it. But the situation with this one, he gestures broadly at the person on the table, is immortal. Came back something similar to how I come back. He said something about ferrinium. I'm wondering if whatever is inside of him, you being the best person who can cut things up in this entire city, you can get that out of him?
Could I, as I'm going over and putting on a pair of latex gloves, kind of slapping them on, could I do some kind of perception or investigation check? I can also give you my passives if that would let me deduce anything.
I would like you to roll. Go ahead and roll a medicine check for me. While you're doing that, Victor. You hear Victor?
Yes, I am.
As you go on a Google search with ferrinium, you don't just go on like your average Google search. You put an entire system and like your entire demiplane's worth of fucking, what is it called? Huh?
Botting.
No, data mining machines.
Oh, data.
To like hard search for ferrinium. And the closest thing you can find is frenulum. Which is not what you want.
The normal thing that exists in reality.
Frenulum. Oh Jesus! No, I can't even say it. Is the attaching piece between your tongue and the bottom of your mouth.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the gooch for a second.
Well, there's both. They're both the same part in different parts of the
Both. The gooch and the lower tongue.
Yep.
Are this?
They're
both frenulums.
And the phrase is not
Wow.
familiar to me either.
The more you know.
You don't know what ferrinium is, no.
Now, did I go on UrbanDictionary.com?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to repeat that.
Did you check Rule 34?
The
Rookie mistake.
and that's on a base search. When you go into the more in-depth search, for that, I'm going to have you roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Could I give the help action? I have proficiency in investigation.
You're currently doing a different task, right? So yes. Because you're in the other space. Victor is out.
I thought we were in the same room. Gotcha.
No, Victor is the only one. Well, I think Victor and Alexis are both in the other room. Chilling. What's Sijin doing right now?
I imagine Sijin's probably in the waiting room too. I think she's probably begun streaming again. She's probably just chattering. Yeah, she's probably just chattering like to herself, like beside you guys.
It's just a just chatting stream. It's just
My eye twitches when I hear the intro.
Oh my god, you wouldn't fucking believe my day.
Just blurrily in the background, there's a fucking bloody cop getting out of focus. It's so fucking wild.
Over your badge, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah. He's
Oh.
covering his
Chris?
badge. He's gotten his badge and shit, but he's still just like a bloody fragile guy. Alright, do you?
Sorry. What did you get
Let me
on your roll, Chris?
I got a 16.
Awesome. As you do a little bit of a harder search, more instead of broad, you focus in on just Manhattan. You get a ping over on one of the NYPD stations, over on Worth, the corner of Worth and Church Street, which is specifically over in Tribeca. Go ahead and write these down in the notes, guys. There has been a case where somebody has come in going a bit wild and crazed on after getting shot about 13 times, yet they have no bodily wounds, and they keep claiming that they need their P fix, their fee fix, fee R, and it's like spelled PHIR, and that's all that you can see that kind of gets out in written text from the officers that recorded over in that area. It seems like they're having a difficulty speaking at the moment, the person they've captured. But it's just a very weird situation. They're trying to figure out exactly what happened. They got in a little bit of a tumble with somebody, similarly to you guys, over at a bar that's local to the area.
I'll show this to Lexo. It looks like you might have another one in custody right now, too.
Do I know anything about this case?
Not particularly off the top of your head. This is like from what from Victor showing you. This was from like 2 days ago.
Oh, sure.
You haven't heard any other situations like this yet.
Let me see if they're still in your lockup.
Yeah. Do I recognize the cop on the scene?
Yes. His name his name is Bill Franklin.
Bill Franklin. Hell yeah. Is he a devil?
Bill is a devil.
Bill.
Bill is specifically a humanoid shaped, but physically a dretch. Which means you have full capabilities to summon him at any time.
Awesome. Oh yeah. How fucking packed is this waiting room right now?
Just this that man that was cleaning, he's not paying attention to the two of you at all.
There's also 5 million viewers on Sijin's stream.
Oh yeah. Sijin's currently showing off the big fish tank though, which houses only 2 octopi.
Ew. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, if Sidra was like streaming towards Lex, I was like, so we would just be like doing like that turn around, doing a hand gesture, like, don't get me on camera. If nothing is paying attention to me, I think I'll just like to look narrow my eyes down at the screen, and look back at Victor, and like, you can probably disable the cameras in this place, right?
Does there seem to be cameras in the place?
Yes.
That I can see?
Lindsay's.
Oh.
In my office,
Right.
no
Besides
cameras.
Lindsay's tablet is the camera.
Oh yeah, I don't think
The
you
only
would
one?
see cameras other than that.
Well, I'm not going to
Ooh.
turn off the stream, so I think we're good. And I'll just give a thumbs up to Lexos.
All right, I'll trust in that, and I like to believe just like I like to believe Alexis just like sits back in his fucking chair, starts like shooting a message over to Bill, and as soon as it goes brew. It's like a fucking what's it called? What am I looking for? How do I imagine this? I'd like to believe it like cuts to a feed of like a fucking almost sending scrying style like perspective on Bill as I just like a chain comes out from a fucking shadow, yanks him into a fucking corner, and then he just fucking plops into the seat beside me.
Bill just goes, oh, 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 Lexos! And then he stands up quickly and he does a bow and holds his arm close to his chest.
I kind of do like an at ease hand, like sit down kind of gesture.
He sits down. He's side by side with you, and then he stands back up. He pulls a chair out so he's a little more angled with you. And then he sits down so he can look at you. And then he realizes maybe I'm not supposed to look at him. So then he tilts it a little bit more, and then he faces towards Sijin, and then he gets embarrassed because he's in front of the camera. So he turns back around, and then he just faces the wall while being a few inches out from you.
Lexus just like leaning over to Victor, like, I love this guy. He knows to follow the rules.
Victor kind of leans away from you as you're still bloody.
At this point, you will notice, Victor, that Lexus's skin has been kind of like repairing to be stronger. Like it almost like their skin and flesh is almost like their armor, and that it's holding its like maintenance while the rest of the blood in like damaged flesh stays kind of bruised and highlighted. Essentially, your form is immutable in some ways, Lexos, where it'll show damage temporarily, but then kind of reflect what your disguise is kind of covering over it.
Right. Oh yeah. The wounds are slowly stitching up, but I will say, what, Victor? Would you mind showing Bill here what you showed me? Bill, I need you to tell me everything you know about this case.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Sorry, I was eating a sandwich before I came here. All right. So, I was over, specifically, I was over on Worth and Broadway, at the corner. It's a small corner store where this individual had run out of a bar, drunk. At first, we thought he was high on something fentanyl related. He made his way across the street after getting in a fight with someone in the bar. The person in the bar was heavily injured but pulled out a gun. Witnesses say that he shot at this individual about 14 times. We didn't see any bullets after the math, but he headed inside of a small shop where he had slipped and fell onto the gun he had stolen, shot himself, and then exploded into ash and fire, according to witness report. The fire set the building aflame. The place burnt down. We went inside to scavenge for bodies. His was still there. We scrubbed his being alive from the report and record. You shouldn't have that. As he points at Victor. As Victor, you would recognize
I don't have that.
Victor, you would recognize that now as you kind of do a little bit more research into the file you found. That is a dumped file. It looks like it was kind of thrown and deleted, kind of taken offline, but you were able to salvage it through your search and through your ability to kind of utilize technology and access their actual computer database in the station itself. He's going to say, we've had him in custody, and we've contemplated reaching out to the higher authority. That would be you, now.
Well, so I like to believe like Lex is just like sitting back in his chair, massaging the bridge of his nose, as like the blood finally like seeps into his body, and pretty much rights himself. Like, here's what I want you to do, Bill.
Yes.
I want you to contact the other kind of men at your station, men like us, get them down to the broken glass, because there are bodies that need recovery there as well, of a similar
Shall I be
nature.
scrubbed?
No scrub. That,
Knowledge.
oh, yeah, excuse me. It's been a long day, Bill. Excuse me. Yes,
So scrub.
Scrub any evidence of what went on at the broken glass, but
Yes.
also there might be some bodies there amongst the wreckage and flames. Get those into custody as well. And when I finish contacting them, I want you to go in there and help Dr. Mars with anything she needs. Your knowledge of the situation might be valuable to her.
We will collapse the corpses, and we will bring them back to HQ.
Thank you. Bill.
As he says HQ, we move through the scene for a moment, over to a large warehouse where you see many bystanders, jaywalkers, drug people,
High schoolers.
high schoolers,
18-year-old orphans.
in a
People of
in a
color.
BDSM style torture interrogation warehouse that you can see is completely occupied by off-duty officers. And in the top room, as we zoom up to this top room, we see an entire lounge full of photos and paintings from ages past of various versions of Lexos. And we see a big chair with iron chains wrapped around it that looks like an old king's throne that's been just kind of like awkwardly shoved in front of this brown plastic wood desk made of that like 60s fake vinyl siding. And sitting in it, we see Lexos with two big thumbs up with a big smirk on his face as we zoom back over to the party.
Nice. All right. Thanks for that clarification. Now I know us devils in the fucking force got our own shit going on.
Yep.
Nice.
No breaks.
We're freaks.
It's called
I got a 19
pretty
on
simple.
that medicine check.
Devil's HQ, Jay.
Devil's HQ?
Yeah.
Fudge.
Or
I
torture
like it.
and interrogation. You guys pretty much, to give you a little bit of explanation of your job and for the other people in the party to hear it, devils are allowed to do whatever they want to kind of get that feel for law and order, but there's a quota for pain. Devil's HQ fills that quota. Make sure that whatever you guys are doing up here is approved down there. Whatever else you guys do to get your rocks off for law and order after the fact is all up to you.
God, what have I what have I done? What have I brought to this world? Hell yeah. Dude, I've lied to so many mortal cops and be like, yeah, no, we took him over. Yeah, he's like fucking pulling on the collar of his shirt, like, yeah, no, we were about to take him to custody, and then it was a horrible, horrible crash. Isn't that right, Billy?
Yes, sir. I want you to know, by the way, for clarity for Victor, you don't hear Bill's voice being so raspy and like pitched like that. You just hear him being like, "Oh yeah, boss," like this awkward kind of like old-timey, this old-timey deputy played by that one actor with the googly eyes. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know.
I do. I actually do.
I don't.
No, I do,
Don
but I also
Knotts.
couldn't tell you their name.
His name's Don Knotts. I forgot his name for a moment. Let me send a picture really quick. Don.
The voice you gave for a second gave Mayor from Powerpuff Girls a little bit.
This guy.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice,
you're welcome,
nice.
Jay. I already described him for you. Shut up.
Sure.
It's just an old timey. It's just an old timey gif with a cop and his eyes are popping.
Yeah, that's Don Nuts.
Oh.
Forgot you're all babies. You're all children.
I imagine, like, while you're having this conversation with this cop that you summoned in, he looks like a normal cop, right? Just came out of flames and fire and appeared.
Yes.
Every one of my devil cops looks like generic, forgettable white guys.
Chris, okay, I have to ask a question for Russ really quick. Russ, do you do on-the-fly live editing to hide the mystical shit that you guys have happen around you, or are you just letting it go?
I imagine I definitely got, like, a lag for you. So you can. If you feel like it.
You're just known for your fantastic special effects. Everyone's like, the green screen's great.
We were instructed to keep it on the down low by our good friend Mothman. So yeah, of course.
And then whenever serious conversations are happening, it's just pitched to Sigyn's voice, and you hear like the horns blasting, like TikTok songs playing on loop.
You can cut in scrapped footage of like vlogs or something around New York.
An ad starts playing.
Cut away.
You're going on an ad break.
What'd you say, Chris?
We play like little shorts that are like pre-made and like, it's just sometimes it's all good.
My TikTok reel gets put on screen.
Oh my God, Chris, you've done horrible things. You know why?
Or we could just go to an ad break.
No. The ad break is for Sig Pop, which is Sigyn's soda brand.
Oh, now I have to draw Sigyn drinking a soda pop sexy.
You mean it's not called bath water?
I'm calling it Sig Pop to bully Chris because we had a Star Wars game where there was a famous Gungan racer named Sig who had Sig Pop.
That's awesome.
I like I'm gonna
just realized that Sigyn's name has Sig in it, so absolutely.
Sigma.
There is an ad for Sig Pop.
City lifting thing, baby.
But yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, Lindsay, you absolutely.
Cut me off literally again, Ty.
Okay, fine, talk.
No, what?
No, it's not important. Talk.
I was gonna say, as like you guys are having like this conversation, or I guess Lexos is with his like deputy. So Jin's gonna like close her stream. Basically just like I'm alive, by the way, despite everything that you might have seen before the feed cut earlier. And she'll make her way over.
So you're like the head honcho around here? That's what it looks like anyway.
Talking to me, or are you talking to Deputy?
To you.
Oh. Yeah, you could say that.
And you said that there was another person, kind of like the one that we have back there?
Yes, that's what Victor seems to have caught there.
So why don't we go talk to him?
That's absolutely on the to-do list. I agree with you 100%. I think we're going to recover the bodies from the broken glass. We're going to get them down to Demon HQ, Devil HQ, different territory, different. What's I'm looking for? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get those down to Devil HQ, and we'll be able to get a good sized group of people to question. Yeah, you and I, we're on the same page here.
And do you think that shooting that case is actually going to get some information, or if he has an actual good connection around here?
Shooting up what?
Shooting that case, that one, whatever. Runihara?
Wow. Sorry. Are you talking about like the one that we currently have in custody?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. It could give us information on the medical end if there's anything that could give us the heads up in combat against it. Not to say that we necessarily need it, but I mean, if we want, we could just. It seems like Rooney. Seems like Rooney, Hara, and Mars have the situation here under control. I thought I'd say that. We could cut out to Devil HQ.
Whatever Perennium is, it currently isn't on the web anywhere. Getting this medical information could be very important.
Fine, I'll do whatever. But I'm getting bored waiting around.
Victor, really
Sorry?
quick question. Sorry, Victor. Are you putting like anything into the system to kind of like watch for any pings for Perennium?
Yeah, we're definitely on like all the social media at least.
Okay,
Google alert.
go ahead. For me, I'll let you do two options. I'll let you roll, or I'll let you drop one first level spell slot that you'll just have to occupy each day to keep something on the system, like searching for it consistently.
Yes, my many first level spell slots that I have.
Oh, I've
as a
read your warlock.
Yeah.
I've read your warlock. Then specifically, I'll just let you make a check.
Okay.
You mean 1/5 level spell slot out of our 3?
I cast Google Alert.
I cast keep an eye on that flight. Make sure it gets cheap.
Real shit.
Also,
Refresh.
while I'm on this, have I ever heard of anything like Ferenium before?
You have not.
Okay.
Which is weird because you specifically know Gluttony quite well. You and Gluttony aren't really competitors. You guys are kind of in different like groups, different areas.
And they were roommates.
Gluttony could be an option for you to communicate to as well. Gluttony knows about every drug that has ever been made, like ever. That's their whole thing. Sloth knows about some, mostly relaxing drugs, but Gluttony is all about the stuff that makes you feel good. Sloth's about the ones that relax you. So like Sloth's gonna be the one that's like smoking weed all the time, while
Weed every day.
while
Real as hell.
while Gluttony's taking fucking poppers.
Smog is from
and-
Denver. Sloth from Denver.
Note to self: bring a bottle of Addy as a
Adderall.
offering. As an offering, yeah.
Yep.
Note to self: ask Dr. Marsh for Adderall prescriptions.
Perfect.
And they don't always maintain those appearances that we've communicated about. Those are their public identities. They have other identities that they use to maneuver through the world and kind of exist in their own way and by their own means. They can have pawns replace those jobs just like you can. You can have somebody online, like when you guys were at that bar, you definitely had one of your minions kind of replacing you as you for live posting at that time, just like you're doing for right now. So that way you can, fulfill your persona as being terminally online.
So what's going on with this actual medical check?
We will shift back over that to Dr. Mars. Dr. Mars! In
It's
the
me.
lab. What did you get?
Just revving up my. I got a. I believe I got a 24.
24. Now, explain to me exactly what you're trying to get from this and what tests you're attempting to do.
I am trying to locate this. What's it called again? Phi something.
Ferenium.
Ferenium?
Ferenium. I'm
Okay.
trying to locate if there's any physical traces of ferenium in the body. And in addition, I'm trying to see if this person has any other afflictions, any signs at all, maybe even like scar tissue from healing things of the such, locations of potential wounds.
So it's
The
funny.
things I would typically look for in an injured immortal.
So it's funny because my one answer will answer both. This body, with its with the way its flesh kind of appears, with looking at it, this person is completely physically healthy by every means, including no broken nose, no broken bones, no healing joints. You're able to pretty much tear him apart to look, and you'll watch as it instantly regenerates. There are no deformities. He's an average-looking guy, but that's just his baseline genetics. Sorry that I'm like shitting on this guy's appearance, but just to kind of describe, it doesn't heal him back into a perfect being, but for who he is, all of the things that could have happened to him in his life that denotes age or time has been completely removed from him physically, including any trace of needle marks, burn marks, traces of drugs. This man's completely just gotten destroyed and turned to ash and then reformed. There's no sign of any intake of drug or physical testing of drug in his body at this time.
Got it. I have a follow-up question,
Okay.
if that's all right.
Yeah.
What does his brain look like?
Nice.
Constant.
Because I
firing
think Mars
synapses.
senses an opportunity.
Okay. If you'd like to try, go ahead.
Have I ever attempted this on an immortal before? I don't think I would have.
You have tried on Immortals before, yes, I think, correct? That's why you've gotten in trouble in the past?
Ah, yes, you are correct. What happened then?
Depends on the Immortal. There's different types of Immortals. Vampires' brains that you consume are not like anything undead. So I'll go by types. Undead brains don't retain their memory and synapses. Everything in them is magical. So when you consume the brain, you get nothing. Aberrations typically will end up causing a little bit of an ailment for you. But it's not bad. You'll just end up feeling a little bit sick. You're able to consume their minds fine. Demons and devils, when their bodies are killed, their bodies cannot be occupied by intellect devourers or by tadpoles. And when their bodies die, they turn to ash and reset back to hell or to the abyss. You've not ran into any celestials. But you've known Runihara for some time. It is up to Runihara on whether or not Runihara would have ever allowed you to consume their mind before for funsies. With the regeneration, it's really between the two of you. Because if you have, I will give you more information. If you have not, then you'll get to play and fuck around and find out.
I don't think I would have brought it up. As much as I would love to have more information.
What about you, Chris McKay? Would you have ever accidentally shuffled in here your first meeting and gotten your brain eaten?
Probably not. I probably wouldn't. Maybe on accident, Mars would have been able to eat my brain if I didn't know who she was or what she was doing. But I don't really need a doctor.
No,
so
but
I don't
you
really
need
know
a therapist, and this is
I don't need a therapist.
a neurology office as well as psychology.
Oh, trust me, I
What-
agree.
I don't think I would have let Mars eat my brain. No, because even if it was a thing where she asked, I'd be like, no, this is my royal brain. I'm a pharaoh. How dare you?
I think I would have thought about it, and there's definitely a sticky note somewhere, being like, dot dot dot. Oh god, everything in my character is I wish. I think I'm going to look at as much as, but I know I wouldn't have that information, but it would keep me up at night. Some people have stress dreams or sex dreams. I have dreams of man, should have tried to do that thing. I think I want to turn to Runihara and say, would you mind, turning around? I'm a bit of a messy eater.
Alright, but
And I
if he
have
wakes
an
back up and anything
experiment
strange
to try.
happens, I still have my thumb on the button. And I'm going to turn around, putting my other thumb over the button.
Cool. I think I, dip my head into the lobby, say, I'm going to perform a quick experiment. After that, we will be complete with this assessment. It should only take about 5 minutes. Thank you for your patience. And I close the door and lock it. And I would like to attempt to eat this brain.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Shouldn't be more than 5 minutes. Closes door, just hear slurping from the other side.
Just some.
Yeah, I think the sounds you hear are bone breaking, and kind of like a high, like a very like high like screech or whine, and then more bone breaking, and then a kind of the sound of like a beak almost, clapping.
The target is currently dead, technically, from your guys' knocking them out too much. So they failed a con save.
Perfect.
As you go to implant with your 5th level ability,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a con save.
Perfect. Alright, let's do this. A con save. I got this. I blow on my keyboard like I would blow on my dice. This is nasty. I just gagged at my own description.
Yeah.
Oh no, very bad.
That's okay.
Oh,
So let me describe this in a little bit.
5.
As you go to consume the mind, and you pull the brain into your mouth, the kind of beak-like mouth pulls it in and kind of sucks it into your body. At first, you don't notice anything. You go to implant the tadpole, and then 2 sources of incredible pain rack over you. The first is the tadpole getting incinerated. As the body attempts to regenerate a brain. However, the brain inside of you is the person, because we are our minds. So the body begins to disintegrate, turning to ash, as the body around the brain begins to regenerate inside of you. As you're standing there choking and feeling this body, it's not super fast. Lucky for you, this guy's died like 3 times. So it's taking him a little bit longer to regenerate. You guys in the lobby will watch as coming out from the body of the man that's been kind of empty-headed and staring and standing at you, you will watch his brain just unscrew the cap of his skull behind and crawl out on top of the body and skitter across the floor as the corpse falls flat on the ground. And you will watch as it leaps up at the door, Runihara, spins the knob, and like pulls into the room. And this intellect devourer crawls up your chest, Dr. Mars, and is going to quickly aid you in making an athletics check to pull this brain out from your mouth.
Could I argue for acrobatics?
You could.
I don't know why. Or could I argue for sleight of hand as an
You could
attempt to pull it out of my own throat?
I will let you do a sleight of hand. That would be better, kind of trying to fit your hands inside to yoink it out.
Looking for grooves.
All right.
However, no, yeah, you're good.
Got it.
This is your familiar, so this can give you help no matter what.
This
Doesn't
is
have
Bella.
emergency. Yep.
Short for cerebellum, but Bella.
Yeah. She chills out in a corpse when she needs.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 32.
A 32. Well, you have advantage. You can always get an nat 20.
Oh, well,
Oh,
let me
the
try
nerd
again.
corner. Dude, the beak really throws me off. SJ, did you know that I'm fucking terrified of octopus?
The
I feel
second one is
targeted as shit
27.
right now.
Is that
And
why you
good.
were so freaked out by me saying there's octopi in a tank?
I'm okay. Good time to mention. Yeah, I'm fucking I'm horrifically
What?
terrified of octopus and squid.
That's such a good fear to have.
I
You're
hate them.
probably never
I'm
gonna encounter one.
I'm
What's such a
playing
good
on it
fear?
fully in this game because remember we don't love you when you're in this game.
Good,
It's me.
good. Torment
Me.
me.
Squid mommy.
Allow me to be this show's like donkey. You pin the tail on every episode.
Wait, Immortals in
Uh,
Manhattan, referred to by its secondary name. We don't love Jay anymore.
Beat the shit out of me like a pinata. But yeah, no, fuck,
If you
dude,
insist.
it is my top fear, and every single time we mention the beaks in general, no.
Yeah. So, to add to Jay's horror of my description, you with your tentacles kind of reaching back into your own mouth, pulling.
That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
Yeah, begin to kind of reach into the orifices back into your body, and pull out the consumed mind that is quickly regrowing flesh and bone and hair. And
I think I whip it at the wall.
the mind flare with its little kind of claw-like legs stabs them into the brain, pulls it down to the ground, and it attempts to intellect devour the brain to kill it. And then it doesn't consume a mind like you. It like drains the memory and essence of it. The brain rots. It occupies its space. It can't do that. It's trying really hard. It's just wrestling with this brain that's growing around, and it's just going, hungry.
Bella, come
Please
to me.
die.
Bella, there's something wrong with this food.
Drop.
You almost got inflated.
Yes. Yes.
Why did you say
Yes,
that?
please. The most precious thing in my whole life.
Why did you say something so true yet controversial?
It's
SJ
what I
was
have to-
almost
have to-
inflated.
I have to say it off camera, you know, when I'm not
It's
streaming.
on camera.
My camera. Real camera's fine.
As the you will watch as Bella pops off. She will scurry back.
Scritches.
When you're consuming a brain, you are not able to uphold your. When any of you are using your true powers, you're typically not going to be able to uphold your illusion very easily. Getting your stomach almost burnt out and crushed by a growing body has definitely dropped your illusion, as the door is like just wide open right now with Bella standing in it with his brain in hand.
Yeah, I think what it may look like is it's the front part of my face, like up to kind of my nose, is like the skull is broken, and that's where the tentacles are surfacing, along with my fingers kind of being strangely long. But I'm kind of just laying on my back, just like.
By the way, you've taken 14 points of fire damage and 5 points of bludgeoning.
Cool.
For some reason, in that description, I just pictured you as like horrifying Zoidberg. Just, like I'm sure, like I don't know, the face splits in half vertically or something. But when you describe it, I just imagine like no jawbones, only.
That's what it is. Yeah,
that's-
it's like nose, jaw down is gone, but.
Okay.
And I just sit there and I just kind of sit up and I'm just petting Bella, my brain.
You guys all see this.
Well, that's awfully a sight.
I'm gonna stand up and just kind of take my lab coat off, and hang it up, on a hook that has a post-it note that says "to wash" above it. And I take off one from a different cabinet that's clean, and I put that one on instead.
Oh God. At least
How long does it take for my skull to reform?
You didn't get shattered that bad, don't worry. You mostly got your choke kind of fucked up. Your throat kind of fucked up.
It's all good. That's why there's no cameras.
Yeah, your face is not so heavily damaged that you're like visually scarred, and it's mostly your illusion's been dropped. But all you need is some basic healing, and any of the disruption to your physical form would be healed. But your illusion has already reset. Your illusion's at full strength again, and you can't be seen. I gotta make stats so that you guys all have the same illusion stats for your humanoid form. So someone go ahead and throw that in notes for me so I don't forget.
What do you mean? I am a normal human.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm like, you ever played Octodad, guys?
Yes!
That's me.
Yes!
That's all I am.
I love the reference. Hate everything else about it. This is gonna be the worst for me.
Jay having a panic attack off to the side.
Dude, I need you to know I am fully lying in bed with my fucking face buried in my elbow every time you speak, Esther.
Effect I have on people.
You and
However,
Lindsay
it
are
is
opposite.
unfortunately unproductive.
I know, it's great.
You and Lindsay are opposite people because Lindsay's like into that shit and you're terrified of that shit.
I love tentacles.
All right, Cole. All right, Cole.
I think I would.
All right, Cole.
I think I would ask for the groups, or I would try to kind of like wipe my mouth, and as the tentacles are kind of like shrinking and like wiggling back and retracting my mouth, I'm Runihara, do you think it would have turned around, or how many? Chris,
Horrifying.
you think it would have peaked?
To think about, like,
I'm pretty sure
Runihara-
that like for the entirety of the duration of these slurping horrible noises and the screaming and the kill hungry, like Runihara is just like turned around. He's hung out with you enough. He knows this is the situation.
I'm just laying on the ground and I look up and I make eye contact with you. Would you mind helping me with... would you mind helping me restrain the patient?
The one that walked away, or the one that's you ate the brain of?
The one that is rapidly regenerating.
You see a little neck and forms trying to spout out from this head. And currently
I think I crawl over to my desk holding my like bloody throat that's just bruised, and I push myself over and I pick up a pen and I start writing notes.
I am going to attempt a hold person on the regenerating creature.
At the moment,
Oh!
the creature is not alive. The spell fails.
Oh.
Bodies are considered objects until they're alive.
Oh, okay. So he's not running.
I'm gonna
anymore.
wave and try to summon the rest of the group into the office if they're willing.
What?
Excuse me, would you all mind stepping into my office quickly?
Lexus is like What's this is a horrific campaign, son of a bitch.
Victor is going to shake their head no and not move.
As soon as like the door was when the doors open and like we got big tentacle action, Lexus's attention has been on maintaining cover, so I like to believe he's just had his eyes glued on like the fucking front of this hospital. And when you say that, I'm like, yeah, do we expect much more time studying?
It's now a question of how do we restrain and keep this regenerating subject contained. I believe I've done everything I can do for now.
I'm already grabbing them and pulling them onto another gurney and tying them down.
Well, apparently we have one more at Devil HQ. So I doubt studies there. Who knows? Maybe a different strand of the stuff. I'm not sure. Oh, you weren't here when Victor informed me. It seems like this Pherenium is some kind of drug. One really seemed to be craving their fix about 2 days ago, and we currently have that one in custody. Now, if it's a different strain of the drug that's affecting this one here, and we've no reason to believe so, maybe conduct different studies on the one back at HQ. Regardless, we do need to take this one in for questioning.
Well, A drug, at the end of the day, is a combination of elements, and that is science. And science has an answer. If that provides any optimism, officer?
Feel free to. He's just like thinking about what he's saying as he's about to say it.
I would be happy to assist.
Thank you. And I'm gonna start ritual casting. What was it? Find vehicle. Make a fucking cop car. As I basically text one of my like beat cops in the area and just like shoot him as I was like, I need a car. I need a cruiser, and I assume he'll just like leave one outside this hospital.
One careens over towards your guys' position out from almost nowhere, and then a cop goes screaming through the windshield just into the wall of the building next to you guys, and then gives you a thumbs up as he's laying on the ground before his body disintegrates and returns to hell.
I was about to be so pissed if someone broke through my storefront.
This is your summoned vehicle. You used find vehicle, right?
I did use find vehicle.
So this vehicle regenerates its windshield, and it is a fully functional. What the fuck are cop cars called? The cruiser.
Charger.
Shut up. Minus one inspiration.
Me and my cop charger.
-1.
Minus one inspiration. So if you get an inspiration,
Does that mean you have disadvantage when you feel like it?
Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah. If you don't write it down, I'll forget. So.
I also will forget because I'm not writing it down.
Yeah, boy.
I shall write it down.
Yeah, no.
Chris, thank you.
Hello, Narc. Hey. Yeah. I think with that fucking. With that happening, I like to believe there was just like a bloodied fucking cop splatted across the front of this like hospital window before just like thumbs up.
I go,
Thanos
Bella?
goes,
Dinner.
oh no.
Oh no, he disintegrated. Never mind.
I was gonna say like I'd like.
I send Bella off to hunt. She's very capable.
I take a picture of like the body as it's splattered, but it like I look at my camera and there's like nothing there because it already like faded away.
Exactly.
Just like, aw.
There'll be more opportunities. All right. Is there nothing else you need this body for?
Oh no.
No.
I just believe we need to contain it.
Contain it.
Then.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it retains knowledge that could be useful.
Very true. Yeah, and I think like Lexus will just kind of start going about the process of just like getting this one in cuffs and just like shoving them in the back of his fucking cruiser. Don't know if there's any magical kind of wards I could put on this, but I'll keep him from causing trouble. Once he's in there, I think Lexus will just like fucking get behind the wheel of the cruiser. It's like, I trust you guys to follow me. Just peel out.
I call shotgun.
I grab my supplies from my office and pack a bag, and then I will join everyone in the car.
You're streaming from the passenger seat of a cruiser.
I put on sunglasses to put my hood up.
It's part, yeah, for sure. Like,
I lean towards the window, but I do pull up the stream on the phone just to like give you an extra viewer.
Yeah.
For sure, whoever's riding shotgun, like, sorry. Whoever's riding shotgun like pulls down the like sun shield on the top, and just like one of those like classic sun like cop glasses just falls out. I imagine along with a bunch of fake IDs.
Awful. The worst.
We need the paperwork.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard out here for a working double.
So, as you guys go and get into the cruiser, where are you guys going first? Are you going to head over to Devil HQ, or do you guys want to head over to where you guys just were to check on the bodies? What are you doing?
I'm calling on Bill and other beat cops to recover some bodies. But I guess I'll just say this aloud to whoever's willing. I could have my men pick up the bodies. We could also go back and restrain them and just dust them back here as well. What are we feeling?
You do not have enough room in this car to put those bodies.
Yeah. True. We'll just have to shovel ash into the van we stole. y'all forget we just have a van now. It is also New York.
Who's driving the van right now? Who's driving the van?
Let me try to boat.
Who's driving the van?
Who is driving the van?
I think last time was Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely not driving.
Yeah, I can't drive, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Wild. Rooney? Cribs?
Yeah, I can drive it.
Vibes.
Alright, Rooney's driving it. Is anyone with Rooney?
Yeah, Victor will be with Rooney.
Okay. Is your synchronicity still up?
Depends. How long has it been?
About, I'd say 15 minutes.
Yes, then yes it is.
So,
Right.
as you guys get into your two vehicles, where are you heading? To the Devil HQ?
Lexos votes Devil HQ and just have my fellow devil cops just round up some bodies. But it's also right there. We lose nothing by just stopping. If somebody keeps an eye on the old boy here. What do y'all think?
I mean, Devil HQ works if they round up the bodies now or later.
Sijin, you'd also you'd remember what I told you too about gluttony being an option as well.
Mm-hmm.
For learning more, maybe about the drug side of this. But you don't have to particularly go to him. You could just reach out to him.
Yeah. I'll probably reach out on my phone above anything else.
Do you want to call, video call, text? What do you feel is the most obnoxious?
Sijin's absolutely a video caller, for sure.
Definitely a video call.
Constantly FaceTime.
Yeah, constant
If you do not
FaceTimer.
disturb, she'll call you a second time so that it goes through if you have that setting on.
Who's sitting in the back seat with Sijin?
I'll be sitting in the back.
Okay. That's perfect and hilarious because as you look over at Sijin, you can see the name popping up and just bleep 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 bleep.
I just keep my sunglasses on.
The name that you see when that's going off, SJ, is Jeffrey Bezos.
I forgot.
Bezos.
I almost smile. I almost feel something.
Fuck their wives, drink their blood. Come on, Jeff. No.
So
Real.
it is confirmed that Jeffrey Bezos is the sin of gluttony.
So happy.
Do not expect a Jeffrey Bezos accent. I do not know anything about the man's voice. As he pops on the screen,
Fantasy Jeffrey.
he'll look at you and he'll go, "What's up?"
What was it?
Oh my god!
He's from the 90s and 80s.
I love this guy.
What's up, Sijin? What's going on?
I can't. I'm crying. I'm actually crying. I'm actually
So
crying.
happy. It's my
Yeah, she just kind of waves and gives a little peace sign. Hey, so we have a bit of an issue. Some stuff's been going on. I don't know if you saw my stream end up so abruptly earlier.
No, what's up?
Of course you didn't. Well, there's this thing called. And she kind of snaps her fingers. What was it?
But
It's not fentanyl.
channel.
Uranium.
Perineum.
We need to write it down. Where are the notes?
Honestly, that's fucking goals.
It's not fentanyl. Ferinium. Have you heard of it?
You mean, is it a drug, bitch?
Duh. Why else would I call you?
No, that's fair, that's fair. I don't know, you have other questions for gluttony. I like food. I know every fast food order. I
It was
know a lot of
every
things.
secret menu item.
I know every secret menu item. I've made every single Betty Crocker cake with every soda.
If I wanted an answer to take this long, I would have called sloth.
Oh, fine. No.
You've never heard of it?
No. And if I haven't heard of it, it don't exist.
Well, it does.
Just means it's not a drug, sweetheart.
Whatever. If you find out anything about it, you know who to call?
You watch as Gluttony's eyes glow bright purple as their head begins to rock side to side. As they like stare into the abyss and void of their arcane glutton knowledge. And they go,
Oh.
I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen it through all of those who delve into true gluttony. But I did see one who's almost there. They're not too far from you. So maybe somebody's giving into something with a pH. I don't know if that means they're gonna drink a bunch of bleach, or if that means they're taking that drug that you're talking about.
Well, we got someone on it right now, but if you mean starting it, then what do you mean?
I mean, someone's about to give in to the... I can sense people that are about to become gluttonous. Most people that are about to start a new drug, you know, they're in those kind of like the soft grounds. This person that I'm sensing is going to be starting something new. I don't know if you're Ferenium or if they're going to start Coke for the first time. But they seem really freaked out by it. That's really all I can get sense-wise. I'm not able to read any further than that.
Well, a lot that good does me in New York.
Hey, one on your block is better than nothing. Alright?
Fine.
And she'll like look up at Lexos. Stop here.
So, I was gonna say, they're just like, I feel like immediately he, weirdly enough, like, defaults to your authority and just like, fucking skirts. Stop. Yes.
There's someone nearby that's maybe gonna help us. Better hurry quick.
Yeah, that's not. Can you narrow it down some?
On this block, someone
block.
might be taking a drug for the first time, might be our drug.
Okay, all right. I look out the window. What's on this block?
Lexos in mind is just like, either way I get an arrest, so. Someone's
Yeah,
doing a new
really.
drug or the correct check.
I cast 3rd level locate drugs.
What was that stupid spell? Oh, power word car crash.
Perfect. Get it on the books, baby.
As you guys scream to it all, Jeep! Kind of pull over to the side and get out of the car like in a haste. Rudy Hara, are you stopping, or are you just gonna like cream up onto the sidewalk and run over Lexos?
That's actually kind of what I was planning on doing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I figured. Lexus gets out of the car, walks around to like, I feel like to open up the door for people. Like Lexus is maybe not a good man, but he's he's polite.
He's got rules. He's got them rules.
He's got rules. We gotta follow the rules in the car. You just get crushed by
Wait, no.
Reinhardt.
Better yet, I like calmly park the car next to him as he's getting out, but I violently swing my door open so that it like slams right into his nose.
Oh, perfect. That's even funnier.
You guys enjoyed this search. I'm gonna be killing Rooney Hara so many times.
Just as they go into the building, you just can see the explosions of flames going off through
Like-
the windows.
Fucking a moment later, like my nose gets absolutely broken. I reach into the fucking car, grab you by the throat, throw you down, just start slamming the car door on your head repeatedly.
People,
You can just hear me laughing.
people swarm around you and start yelling like police brutality. Like, what's this guy doing? Get off of him. People start throwing things at you.
I'm losing myself to the blood rage.
Does this make it easier for us to like check alleys if people are like filing out?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm your distraction.
And I'm gonna start checking.
Go ahead and whoever would like to roll an investigation check.
That's so funny. Our bit is actually strategic. We are the distraction.
Yeah, Runihar and Jay, I will say, are disposed right now.
Yeah.
But Dr. Mars, Sijin, and Victor, if you guys would like to investigate, please roll.
I rolled an 18.
18. What about you, Dr. Mars?
Rolling now. 1 sec. What's my
'Cause I
investigation?
believe you are the best investigator.
I am. Quite talented.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what I roll, and if I roll something cool, can I give a cool description?
Sure.
Ooh.
What do I have? Yeah, that's gonna be a That's gonna be a 28.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Oh,
I think my eyes kind of turn like a deep black. And you kind of just lose my pupils, and I dart around, and then they kind of center and focus back on whatever it is that I see.
Yes. Oh, it's behind your sunglasses too. Perfect. It is strategic. Listen,
I said what I said.
hiding your creepy shit.
I finally get to play a smart character, guys. It's awesome.
Kevin,
This is great.
I gotta interrupt really quick for these messages. Kevin's still playing Helldivers.
I know. I hear his goofy head ass giggling back there.
I love that. Kevin. For real. Chris is just like, yeah, I'm playing with him.
God damn it, Kevin! Stop throwing your airstrikes at me.
Kevin's like, hell bomb, hell bomb, hell bomb, hell bomb. I feel like this is my fault. Did I get Kevin playing Helldivers? I don't remember. I think I did. I think I convinced him to play. You're welcome. I'm glad that your guys' relationship is struggling.
Him gone blind. Straw that breaks the camel's back, but it started with Helldivers.
It did start with Helldivers.
As you do your cool description, SJ, and you slip around looking for somebody who's starting to do their drug. Would you like to roll a stealth check to slip into the shadows?
Me? I would love to.
All right. You guys are Sijin and Victor. You guys are looking around. With your checks so far, you haven't neither. Well, actually, what'd you get, Chris?
I got a natural 1 for a 13.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
So I feel like Victor was maybe originally going to join people, but as like the fight kept like getting worse and more people kept like joining in, like looking around like and seeing this whole thing, Victor is just going to go invisible, and it's just going to be like people watching and trying to see if there's anyone like that's a shapeshifter or. Yeah, pretty much. If any of them are shapeshifters out in the crowd that were
Nice.
Go ahead. Make an Arcana check for me.
I can just see shapeshifters with my beautiful
beautiful eyes.
Your
Ooh.
beautiful,
What the hell?
Your beautiful peepers.
Ew.
You? Oh.
It's the anime eyes, man. Powerful.
He's got that Sharingan.
So where most people see generic white
Mm,
folk
dummy
dressed
eyes.
as cops, I see devils dressed as cops.
You don't see devils dressed as cops, but you do see a devil that is not Lexos.
Hmm.
Who is of a different shade than Lexos. This devil has green and like brown flesh and horns that look similar more to like an oni than and like the similar like the stat block Jesus devil that Lexos looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got greenish flesh. That's what you
Greenish
said.
flesh with like brown horns that look almost stone like. With this big wicked grin, kind of like an oni.
Nice.
All right.
Well, I won't tell you if it's a fiend or a devil or a demon because you can tell like what fiends are even if you have magic. It usually just says fiend, so you can tell it's a fiendish individual.
Yeah. Where I'm just going to keep. I'm kind of going to just keep my eyes on this guy. See what he's going to do while everyone else either fights in the middle of the street or yeah.
There's like fucking 4 people with their like hands wrapped around my fucking arms and shit as I'm just like fucking leg into Runihara, and it's getting more violent. He's like burning the shit out of me.
Roll perception.
The car that the van is on fire.
The van is on fire.
Just to watch then what he does intricately. Sorry guys. Watch what he does intricately. Roll a perception check for me, Russ. While that's happening,
Okay.
we're gonna go back over to Mara, or Dr. Mars. Sorry, thinking of the wrong game. I don't even DM that
It's
game.
me.
How did I say Mara?
You're close to the heart, man.
I don't think you ever interacted with Mara.
I did. My very first session that I joined, Mara betrayed everyone. Like
Oh, that's right.
a secondary betrayal, not revealing that she was a changeling, but like actually betraying the party. So, what did you get on your stealth, Dr. Mars?
Well, so I rolled a 3, but I have reliable talent, which means anything under a 10 I treat as a 10. So my roll will be a 24.
24. Brilliant. You disappear into the shadows of the alleyway. As you do so, and you're looking around, eventually, with your perception check, or your investigation check, you do in fact find a small scraping noise, a giggling, and you can hear another set of like another voice, separate voice from the other, as the giggling is happening, with these very kind of dulled, sad moans and like pain and struggling, coming from a dumpster about 3 feet away.
I'm going to move towards the dumpster.
Okay. As you approach the dumpster, you will watch as you get close. The lid slams open. Do you duck behind the side?
Yes, I stay hidden.
You'll watch as the lid slams open, and you will see, not holding its illusion, what looks like what I like to call garbage goblins.
Oh.
Nice.
They're the remnants of goblinoid society in New York City.
It's fucking crazy.
They live in alleyways. They survive off garbage. Some of them are crazy. This seems to be one of the crazy ones. He lifts up. He's only about 3 feet tall. He lifts up what looks like a younger human, who has been partially consumed. Maybe they're probably like 19, 20 years old, college student age. Their leg has been chewed down to the bone, and their body itself seems really heavily damaged from something eating at it. You could assume, with the blood dripping down this trash goblin's face, that it's from him. As he throws the human on the ground, you just hear very soft, like, please, help. Their backpack's still like strapped around their shoulders, even though one forearm's been mostly consumed. The other arm, 3 fingers have been like kind of chomped off the hand. One full leg's gone, and then one leg you can see has been chewed on the side, kind of like chewing the side of a hot dog. As he's like laying there in this horrible pain, unable to really move, the trash goblin like kind of jumps down and goes, "The first good meat of the season is so good."
Do I have an opportunity to act here?
Yeah.
I would like to stab this small goblin with a scalpel that I would take from my office and try to pull it with me into the shadows.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a attack on advantage. This will be sneak attack if it hits.
Oh, lovely.
Never realized how absolutely mortifying rogues in a realistic society would be.
Mm-hmm.
God, you are the most
That's
unholy
only gonna
amongst
be a
us.
16.
Huh?
That's only gonna be a 16.
Oh, trust me, that hits. Also, roll in dice roller channel.
Oh, my bad. Wrong channel. Well, I have advantage, so I guess I'll just roll again in case I crit. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Nope. That's not the crit I wanted. Awesome. So that's that. And how many sneak attack dice do I have right now? Sorry,
You're
I'm
level
just looking for it.
15. You should have an unholy amount.
Oh, it is. I just need to find
8d6.
it. There it is. 8d6, yeah.
8d6, and then treat your scalpel as a dagger, I assume.
Mhm.
And then, as well... No, that should be...
That's going to be 27 plus 5, 32, 33 damage.
33 damage?
Yes.
With 33 damage, you reach out, you pull the goblinoid in as your tentacles kind of like plap themselves and wrap around the goblin's head as he can't see them. He doesn't know that they're there. But he can feel your cold hand pull up next to his throat as the scalpel just gets flat palmed pushed deep into his most dense artery. It's not perfect precision. Your studying of goblin DNA was cut off by the fact that most were made extinct well before you set upon this plane. And as you hear his gurgled blood kind of drip out of it down his throat, no words can really come from him other than screams and pain as his body falls limp.
I cover his mouth and go, shh, 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 shh.
The
Sleep now.
human kind of speaking up goes, "Who's there?"
I would like to dump the goblin body in the dumpster and then go over to this person and see if there's any hope of saving them.
Ooh. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Well, no. Ooh, save him. Ooh, save him. Go ahead and roll medicine
We'll
check.
see. Oh.
He is still conscious, so there's where there's a will, there's a way.
25.
Oh, sorry, the song is where
25.
there's a
There we
whip,
go.
there's a way, but
Watch me whip.
now there's a way.
Nice.
All right, now Jay, hey.
I just wanted kudos.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay. We love Jay here, right, guys?
Mm.
We love Jay here. With a 25, you stabilize him. Utilizing his sweatshirt to kind of wrap around the most damaged parts of him, and quickly utilizing a junction box that you kind of reach over and begin to tear and pry wires from to cauterize the wound, as well as utilizing his lighter in his one pocket. As you're kind of shuffling through his things to help stabilize him, roll an investigation check for me again.
What beautiful words to come out of your mouth. I love that check.
Okay, here's another beautiful word.
Yeah, that's what I sounded like a few minutes ago.
Nice.
That's a oh well, that's not actually what that is. It's a 24 again.
24.
Oh wait, no, it's not. That's a lie. It's a investigation.
Yeah.
It's a 25.
25? Not the plus 15?
Reliable talent.
Damn.
Oh,
smart.
you bump it up by 2. Smart.
Mhm.
As you're shuffling through his things, you bump inside of his bag a very warm glass something. As you kind of wrap your fingers around it and pull it out, you will see a vial of bright orange convulsing liquid that looks like it was partially consumed and then recapped, maybe in stress or panic, because it's not fully sealed. A lot of it has leached out into the bag, and hasn't done anything beyond that. And you can also see there's a kit for injecting it.
I would like to pocket the vial, and if there's anything in the kit like tape or like a stress band, I'd like to wrap it to make sure none else escapes.
It just needs to be properly capped. If you want to screw the cap on, you should be fine.
I cap it and I secure that on my person.
Do you continue to save this humanoid, or do you depart?
I will. I think I'll look around, but at this moment and continuing, I have to, as much effort as it is, I do have to unfortunately keep up the image of the good guy, so I will continue to save this humanoid.
Okay.
It's good practice anyways.
The goblinoid screams are going to spark another event that's happening further away. As Victor, as you're watching this green Oni-like creature in the crowd of Lexus and Runihara beating the shit about over each other, which I feel like is going to be consistently most of the campaign.
Star.
At least whenever they're in vehicles, they're just going to fucking careen into each other constantly.
So good.
As you watch and look at him, you will hear nothing, because your perception check, I think, was pretty bad, right?
Yeah, I got a 9. Real bad.
You don't notice anything that he's doing that's odd, or specifically any actions he's taking. But you do watch as he'll look behind himself for a moment in the alleyway, and then turns around and then leaves the crowd. He begins walking across the street. At the proper junction, he does not jaywalk, and he begins to leave.
Lest I turn my ire on him.
my ire will leave Runihara.
I will would jaywalk, fucking immediately arrest them, just beats the shit out of them, throws them in with the flaming druggie we have in the back? I don't know.
You constantly use find vehicle just to summon officers to arrest jaywalkers.
Correct. Absolutely.
I feel like, yeah, he's focused in the fact that, like, you know, obviously he's a shapeshifter, but ain't we all? You know, I feel like I don't got nothing on him, and got no need to chase him down. So I start attempting to. I make something else that's happening in New York start to trend. so that any social media stuff that's like happening around like police brutality gets shoved
no.
down like the list.
You
God.
post specifically that Jeff Bezos, utilizing Jeff Bezos from earlier conversation, and just to do a quick fix, that Jeff Bezos is currently holding a new hiring event for a new Amazon warehouse about 20 miles away.
Nice.
And it works.
Hell yeah.
People don't pay attention as much on the stream. Sijin, are you streaming right now since you did not succeed on your investigation?
Yeah, I'm definitely filming this shit.
You will watch as people are leaving your stream.
Oh, I see the things dropping, and I instantly stop and reverse. I stop it. I delete those messages. This can't go down. Okay, nope. Instead, we do the exact opposite. We're going to post up all about police brutality, and now this has to be front page, and the only place to watch it, Sijin stream.
And it's just fucking Lexus like grabbing fucking Rudy Hara, throwing him in the back of the fucking cop car, like wasting my fucking time. Fuck, did I go to therapy in the first fucking place? Slams the car door. Gets behind the fucking wheel of the fucking car. Rudy Hara is a bloodied, maybe at this point is slowly ashing away to a different person as I'm just honking the horn obnoxiously. Fucking leading out the car window. Get in!
I gotta pause really quick just to bring attention to Chris's Darth Vader meme, which is, "Where's Mothman? Is he safe? Is he alright?"
That's so cute.
It's Darth
That's
Vader. It's Darth Vader is the meme.
I love it. Good. Mothman, poor Mothman, somewhere out in the city, lost and alone and scared.
I like that Bryce is like, "Where's Mothman?" But nobody knows. Chris lied. Chris with a K lied. He's okay. The man smacked full force into a lamp and fell.
He's not dead.
He's
You
dead
don't know.
permanently, forever.
He's permanently dead. Because we don't know what happened to him off screen. He's dead.
Everybody asks, where's Mothman? Nobody asks, how's Mothman? Who's the therapist for the therapist?
As you guys get into the vehicle, is that true things that happened, or you were being silly?
I feel like it's a true thing. I feel like fucking Alexa is just like, I'm arresting Rudy Harn.
Absolutely.
We can fight about it if we want to, Chris. I'm down.
I mean, I like to imagine you beat the shit out of me, and then the others arrive. You're like, shit, I can't finish this.
Satiating your fucking kink once every fucking day.
I've already burst into flames, and I've turned into like this very tall, very thin man. I'm just like, you'll get there someday. Don't worry. And I just like pat your chest, and I start scooting myself back into the cruiser.
I know you have no control over it, but I like to believe coincidentally you turn into a person of color at that moment.
Oh, I'm always a person of color.
Good.
Yeah, everyone, that's what Chris has been posting, or Victor's been posting, is February should be every month.
Quality. Hell, fucking yeah. I'm just arresting Rudy Hara now. I've thrown him into the backseat, and I'm just like...
This is
fucking...
the worst timeline. This is it. This is hell.
Yeah, baby. I like to believe at this point, fucking Lexus has fully forgotten about the bodies at the broken glass, and just focused on getting this guy to fucking Devil HQ, get to the bottom of this shit because he's tired.
Absolutely. As you come out from the shadows, Dr. Mars, you will watch as people begin to kind of not crowd around you, but like come over to try to help you with this person. Kind of bringing them to the point where they can get saved. People are calling like the ambulance, calling 911.
Yeah.
Good. Would you like to kind of disappear from that scenario, sneak away, and slip into the vehicle?
I think that I will stabilize this person
He's already
now that I
stabilized.
see. Yeah, now that I see that he's stabilized, I will slip away.
Okay.
On
I-
one. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, I've got a question.
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're
But we
fine.
said that the van was on fire, right?
What?
Yes, the van is on fire.
Yeah, aren't our bodies in there?
Didn't we have our prisoner in there?
I thought
No,
No,
he
no,
was, he was
top
in the
car.
cruiser.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank God.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also immortal. Fuck him. We could be brutal. I do love the fact that on one city block, in a span of minutes, world famous streamer Sijin is there while horrific police brutality takes place. Also, a life is saved.
Well, right now, world famous streamer Sijin looks like a teenage boy. But on camera looks like world famous Sijin, and his slowly features are changing to look like Sijin.
Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like cheekbones and facial structure is changing and shifting.
Wild.
Tits and hips are being grown. Longer hair. Really big feet. Sijin's really known for them fucking size 12.
Oh, yeah. Them grippers.
That's really fucked though.
And that makes me upset because I was thinking, like, today I had like a full like spiral about how big Dr. Eggman from Sonic Speed are.
That's real, man. Yeah.
Oh, that he's got them big boot feet.
He's got crazy big feet. Like his feet are the size of his fucking torso, dog. Like it is horrific.
Well, I gotta look at this because I don't recall how big his feet are.
Pulling up Eggman on Wiki Feet.
Eggman feet. Oh God!
He's got
no.
He's got clompers on him, Chief.
All right, look up regular Eggman. Oh my God!
He's got the. He doesn't just have the dogs. He's got the wolves.
The wolves? No. He's got the full canine.
The
Man's
canines.
The whole genus.
My man's got dire toes. Crazy. Alexa, real quick, Mars, do you get into the van or the cruiser?
Yes, I do.
You get into the cruiser or the van? Which one?
Oh, no, I can't be seen in a cruiser. I get into the van.
In that case, Lexus is just like looking back. Fucking Sijin and Victor like, but in last chance. He's like, hand is on like the siren to the fucking cop car.
Victor is just going to. Victor's still invisible, but is going to be looking over to Sinjin to figure out where they're going.
I think I'm gonna like put a little glamour on, change my appearance to look like a random person, and then get into the cop car.
As soon as you get into the fucking car, Lexus is throwing that fucking alarm and just like fucking peeling out in the direction of Devil HQ. Whole deal.
Beautifully done. As you guys pull out, we'll do a little bit of a cut to you guys driving as we'll take a short break.
Awesome.
Good. I have to pee.
I won't pause the stream because we can always go and edit it later, and I don't want the stream to start a new stream. So.
Valid. Having fun.
ERB.
This has been wild.
Just so you know, Ty.
Yes.
When we get to Devil HQ, I'm casting Geish on the person there, the person who's high for him.
The body?
Oh, is he alive?
Who are we talking
Well,
about?
the person who was kidnapped is at Police HQ, who was screaming about needing his hidden iridium. In the file that Victor found.
Oh yeah. When you see him, yes, I understand.
Yeah, not right now, obviously.
I understand. I thought you were talking about the corpse you guys have been hauling around.
No, has he not regenerated yet?
You guys have consistently knocked him out. He is so many times that he has a much longer wait timer now. There is a build up. They are immortal, but like every time they die, it seems to slow down their healing process.
It's like the opposite of a Half-Life. Chris, how do you feel about our slapstick so far? Are you cool with me just brutalizing you all the time, or if you want to grip the success mic, you just fucking go for it, baby? No more success for me. More brutal.
Muy brutal.
Muy brutal. Hell, look at it. Yeah, this is a session, daily session reminder that I am brown. I can do these things.
Sponsored by
brown people.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Attention, disclaimer. There is a brown man playing this character.
Fucking the airport.
I couldn't do it.
Airport
I can't do it.
Would a brown man come to the terminal gate 5, please? Brown man at gate 5. I'm allowed.
Brown man, you've misplaced your bag.
Double feature. Why? Brown.
You are playing a South Park character. That's what's happening right now.
I'm enjoying it. This is good shit. Oh, it's so much fun just being y'all's fucking straight man and punching bag. It's so funny.
You just said the same thing twice. I don't understand.
Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah, in this party, straight man and punching bag are two in the same, baby. Hell
We're
yeah.
all evil and gay.
We're all evil and gay. Perfect.
All right, I'll be back.
I like that. I wonder what's up with the demons in this world. It's just like devils and demons have like way different jurisdiction. Demon HQ. Well, what's chaotic enough for Demon HQ? I don't know. Good vibes. Alright, I'm a pee.
Hello?
I'm low.
What the vibes?
Be kind. Please rewind.
Hmm. Now stream gets
In Big Time, you can collect Big Time cryptocurrency. It's real fun and easy. You can collect the Big Time token.
Dad? Dad?
Why? Why do I care about them? They were weak, short-lived, barely a species. Understand, I'm not supposed to feel this way. How is this better?
This is how you should have felt on Earth.
There's the great Nolan.
We might only run a little bit longer tonight, guys, because I'm getting a little tired. In the future, we'll be starting a little bit early. I just had some stuff I had to take care of for before session today.
Mink.
It actually works out perfectly for me if we wrap up a little sooner rather than later.
If we'd like, since these are like these first few sessions are kind of us getting the vibes, and it can go a little bit kind of wonky in spacing or pacing. Do we want to end now?
I don't know.
And then pick up next time with the you guys learning more about the everything that's going on.
I don't mind either way. I mean,
If you feel like it's a good plot stopping point, then yeah, let's do it.
I think so. I think it works good, and then it lets everybody. It's getting a little later than I'd like. I usually like to try to start with 7 for this game specifically, just because there's a lot of tech that involves me, and I get sleepy. I miss things, and I'd like to make sure you guys are getting the right information for the kind of story we're doing.
that's valid.
So,
Yeah.
I think this is a good session where we connected pieces over to the next plot. Next session, we'll get some more plot, and then we'll go from there into the story.
I'm excited. I gotta touch base at one point and say, like, how tight is there? It's a stupid question. Is there like regular cops and then like immortal cops? Like, are there any rules governing our immortal folk that are like separate from the regular folk?
No. Well, I mean,
No?
rich immortals, obviously the police is a task force for the rich.
Yeah.
So, if you're thinking about it like that,
Mhm.
sure. But for the, like, there's no immortal police cops, other than the ones that you have that are immortal.
I kind of. So like we've infiltrated regular ass like our world cops, which are still evil, but not in a supernatural way other than us, and we're just like everything else, like the rules that kind of govern our whole immortal society. That's Illuminati down. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, Bubs. Illuminati. It kind of seems like this place is a little Wild Westy in a way that I'm kind of fucking into, where it's just like the Immortals are the Illuminati. It's like, don't fucking do that. And those people do what they say. It's kind of the vibe I get.
Well, you've already been threatened by the Illuminati with what happens if you don't listen.
Right.
Sun laser.
Sun laser.
And you guys currently have the remote for the sun laser.
On the session 1, we have Sun Laser.
Yeah.
vibes.
But I am going to stop the stream.